Check 1, 2. Checking audio. Oh, hello. I'm not in the bar, I'm in the background. I'm like the voice of God. So you guys can hear me from here. I think it's because I'm using a remote desktop viewing software. I think that's what's going on. But I'm glad you could hear me. And can you hear me here? If I'm not in the room? Oh, you're amazing. Thank you for letting me know. All right. Yeah, I think it's the remote desktop software. So I'm just going to not use that. And it will be fine. It'll be so fine. Great. Yeah. Yeah. As long as I'm kind of in the frame. Yeah, who needs a mouse? You can hear me. That's all that matters. Hello, friends. Thank you for being here. I can't see your comments now because my main monitor's over here and now I'm standing here. The laptop that failed me with the audio is here. Should we try the remote viewing thing one more time? I appreciate you. I really do. I had like a whole plan. I printed it out. I've been playing with OBS instead of doing my regular bar duties for the last, 6 hours. And I just thought we could hang out and I could do a live and we could generate some momentum again. I wanted to meet and interact with some of you lovely folks, some of the Kazam Krew, some of you lovely bar patrons. My God, I'm tired. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. But I'm here for it. Keep the energy up. It's fine. It's 4:21 in the morning where I'm at. I'm going to try to log into this remote viewing thing one more time, seeing if it kicks off my audio, and then I know it's the audio, and then it's fine. All right, audio's back. I'm gonna switch back to the main bar, and I'm literally going to pull up YouTube on my phone to watch the chat. Jerry Prom, the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, one of those people that you can't, you're like a superhero. Like, you can't just say, it's like Lady Gaga. You can't just call her Lady. I don't even know. Can I watch my own stream on YouTube? Can I do that? I must be able to. Can I watch my, this is so trippy. I can, technology. I feel like I'm in a dream right now. Nothing is making sense. All right. I see the live video in my YouTube channel. I'm just going to navigate to it from a private tab and see if that works. This is like craziness. And if not, it's fine. I'm just going to speak and address some things, and then I'll go read comments and then rush back. It'll be fine. Let's see if I can watch it from a private tab, because I can't watch my own live in my own YouTube app, which is kind of funny. Okay, I can watch it from a private tab. Whoa, and now I can hear myself. Okay, this is like breaking my brain. Okay. All right. Cool. But I can't see comments. Why can't I see comments? It's fine. It's fine, YouTube. Okay, I got it. I figured it out. We're okay. Oh, you guys are great. Audio alive. 1:30 a.m. for Kickstart Films. Gonzo. I was just wearing my Gonzo shirt. This is great. I have this like little fluffy microphone over here. I feel like I should just balance my phone on the microphone. I might do that, or I'll just hold on to it. You guys don't care. You guys are all cool. It's fine. We're trying stuff out. It is chaos. It's pure chaos. It's like a bull ran through a china shop. You know, I was watching an episode of Mythbusters back in the day. I don't know if you've seen this episode, but they put an actual bull in a makeshift china shop that they set up like in a stadium, like a bull ring, or like a horse, like an equestrian stadium. And the bull was actually so perfectly aware of its surroundings. Like, it didn't knock any of the china over, which is great. And every time I hear that expression now, like a bull in a china shop, I'm reminded of that episode of Mistbusters, where we take your mist that you spray and spit out when you're speaking, and we bust it. I asked for the news, not the weather. Mistbusters, coming to Discovery Channel. That was the sound of me closing my laptop. I'm balancing my phone on the... Look at that. Look at that. Huh? 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 Look at that. Look at that Canadian entertainment budget standard. Okay, let's actually get to it. I appreciate you being here. I had like a whole list of different talking points. I printed it. My printer started yelling at me. It printed page 3 of 4. They were supposed to be double-sided. I was trying to save the trees and all that good stuff. They're not double-sided, and this is the 3rd page. I'm missing pages 1 through 4. So we're just going to go for it. It's going to be fine. I'm going to polish glasses. It's going to be great. This is great. This is so meta. Welcome to my first live stream. As you can tell, it is going off without a hitch, without a glitch. There is absolutely nothing wrong at all, except for the fact that I just ummed because my entire life, this bar thing, right? You guys know as well as I do that this whole thing was supposed to be a joke. Like, this started as I don't want to use those trigger words. Let's just talk about good things. But like, this started as the world shut down for 3 years project. I was living in a forest in a remote part of Ontario, and I was just in awe at some of these content creators that I looked up to and looked at my whole life. I started as a performance artist and a magician specifically, and I was a live entertainer my whole life, and I hated the idea of doing magic on video. For me, when you have this medium, and this being the camera, the video camera, and you have a moment of magic. Let's have a moment of magic here. Leaving, going to the back office here. A moment of magic. Here. Okay, so this is some customer left these. It's fine. When you have something that, whether it's a deck of cards or some anachronistic, analogous thing that exists, and you're with people, you're in front of them and you're live, and you do something that violates their reality, it creates this interesting moment. And I think there's 3 levels. I think there's puzzles, tricks, and magic moments. And I'm stealing this from a book called Magic and the Art of Showmanship by Henning Nelms, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But in that book, they talk about puzzles, so like bar puzzles, tricks, and magic moments. Bar puzzles are cool, and I'll show you one in a little bit that, actually I might go get Francois. Should we go get Francois? I might go get Francois to show it to you because he'll do it better than I will. But a bar bet, like a proposition bet, is something that you can walk into a bar and be like, yo, I bet you I can do this. And then the person's like, you're on, buddy. And then you proceed to do the thing that you told them that you can do. I'll show you one later. But one classic example that comes to mind is you have 2 shot glasses or 2 egg holders, and you have a boiled egg or just a raw egg in one of the shot glasses or the egg holders. You know what I mean? Like when you're eating a hard-boiled egg, just the little egg holder. The French have like a fancy word for it. I can't remember it right now, but you bet someone that you can get the egg from one shot glass into the other one, and without touching the egg. And they're like, okay, you're on, Buster. And then you just blow between the egg and the rim of the shot glass or the egg holder. And that's really gonna bug me, the French word for it. Evier? I don't know. It's some funny word. Anyway, you blow and that air, boop, and the air, the egg just bloops out. It's the technical term for it, into the other glass. So that's like a proposition bet. And then the person buys you a drink or gives you a shot or gives you $20 or, you know, signs over their mortgage and their house to you. Bar bets, puzzles, and then there's magic tricks. And I made a living doing magic tricks. So I'm going to go into the chat. If you can just type out a playing card that's random, like Francois has been muting audio. I guarantee you it was. Francois? I don't see him right now. He might be downstairs. I'm not sure where he is. Anyway, yeah, send me a playing card. I'm gonna try and have that little bugger. I guarantee you it was him muting the audio. Anyway, so I was telling this story about how this whole thing started as a project during the time where the world shut down between 2020 and 2023. You know, the good old days. and then we kind of cycled off into this story here. I promise you, I will circle back. I always circle back. It doesn't matter how tired or how all over the place I am. I'll get back to the point. And it's like conversations are like dinner plates at the Mandarin. You know what I mean? Like you go to the Mandarin, like the Chinese buffet. If you're in America, it's like I feel like, do they have Mandarins in America? They must. They probably don't. It's a Canadian chain. Chinese buffet, and they've got these like plates that are floating on water. I think that's how it works. I don't know, or maybe it's like spring loaded. I don't know. I don't understand plate technology. But you go up with a bunch of other people and you grab a plate, and then this thing just rises like magically, and you just take your plates. But sometimes you get a plate and it's dirty, so you like awkwardly pick up the stack of plates, put your dirty plate into the middle, hoping nobody notices, and then just like take the next clean one. And I feel like conversations are like dinner plates at the Mandarin, and full attribution for that little insight is to my friend Ariel Freilich from Toronto. He told me that back in the day. I laughed so hard, and I've never stopped thinking about it. Four of Hearts was the first one I saw. Four of Hearts. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe Four of Hearts. I don't really know. I'll have to check later in post. And all the cards are different. So there's a magic trick, right? So the performer does something that's like, ooh, Four of Hearts, you could have said Five of Hearts, and had you said five, it would have counted 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have flipped over the next card. It would not have been the card, would not have been the Five of Hearts. So that's like, you know, this performer that's obviously practiced something their whole life. They've manipulated somehow. I was able to move that card to the specific position at some point during my talks about the plates, or maybe I used editing technology or my green screen. Francois came up, snuck your card into the right position, and then I just carried on while he was doing that. Maybe, I don't know. It's a magic trick. And then there's magic moments, and I think through the years that I you know, that we all existed through that weird time, but I specifically just speaking to myself and about myself, because it's all about me. Someone's going to edit that into a GIF one day, and they're going to send it to all of my future partners, and it's going to suck. Because out of context, that audio bite is going to suck. Anyway, going back to the point. During the pandemic, I'm just going to say it, okay? YouTube, don't give me like some weird strike just because I said one of your trigger buzzwords. But during the pandemic, I wanted to create magic moments, and I didn't want to do magic tricks, because magic tricks for me, for this like stock kit lens that I got on this Canon Rebel T5i, not sponsored, but you're welcome, Canon, that I'm using as a glorified webcam. I don't think that it was enough. I don't think that doing tricks was enough for me. It wasn't going to generate enough magic moments, and I think the world needed magic moments. And I was looking at all these content creators, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. Like these people, this one guy, you know, I say guy, colleague, acquaintance. I've met him a handful of times. His name is Peter McKinnon. If you don't know Peter, you go check out his channel. But Peter started as a magician, and I think he was selling insurance at one point as well. And now he's a professional YouTuber and has been for years and years and years. And Peter has content all about filmmaking and photography. Specifically, I think he started in the niche of photography, but now it's like filmmaking and videography and all that good stuff. I would watch Peter's videos. I would watch all these different YouTubers and creators, and then when TikTok started becoming a thing, I would just like get absorbed in the platform. And it was like, man, this is so cool. Like, these people they just make videos, and like I'm watching them. And some of these people, some of these guys, some of these gals are like literally across the world from me. Europe, maybe even further, some of them Australia, Japan, China. And it's helping me, or it's making me smile. And so that's how this channel was born. And I was just kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall. I was posting to TikTok, I was posting to Instagram, I was posting to YouTube, like Instagram Reels, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And I realized that the coolest community and the people that left the comments that made me laugh out loud, and the people that I wanted to be around the most were the YouTube people. And so I kind of took my foot off the accelerator when it came to Instagram and TikTok, and I just stayed here for the last little bit. So that was that. So I guess that's a big long way of saying thank you for being here. And I know that this got off to this specific what? Okay, yeah, just that's fine, man. I'll pick some up tomorrow. We're out of mint, and it's mojito season. Francois just let me know. Um, he's gonna want overtime. It's fine. That was a big roundabout way of saying thank you for being here. This live stream got off to a bumpy start, but it's fine. It's fine. And my commitment to myself and to you guys is doing more of this because I live for this. Like, I love being in front of people live. And the only thing that I have a problem with being in front of people live is that you have to be there. And don't get me wrong, I will still, in time, hope to do more live shows and live audiences. But right now, we have a little stream. I didn't pre-launch this. I didn't announce this. We were going to do a test run, my producer Space and I, the other day. We were going to do a taste run. Yes, a taste run. It's where you just run your taste across the bar and you just lick up all the delicious disgustingness. I'm just picturing like the peanut salt. I said peanut. The peanut salt from people dipping their fingers into a nut bowl. Please never eat the nuts in a bar. I don't think they even serve them in most bars in North America. Like, I haven't seen a bowl of nuts, I think, in like over a decade in a bar. Whatever. But that's my commitment is Space and I were going to do a test run. I put up a post in the community tab and it had a Google form and I was like, hey, if you want to come check out like an unlisted live stream where I'm going to test all this technology and see how the bar looks on camera, see how this magical space magics. Leave your email and come check us out. And not one person left their email, and I realized, yeah, like, why would they? I haven't been consistent with my uploading. I posted it like the day before we were going to do the test, and I started getting in my head about like, oh, nobody cares, nobody wants to watch, and all these like self-sabotaging beliefs. All of them are just balderdash. They're all crap. The reality is my job is to create as much value as possible for you, the audience, the Kazam Krew. And I have nothing to sell you. I think the most powerful thing I can do. Let me rewind. There was this. Are you guys okay if I sit? Am I okay to sit? I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna keep my energy up. But in a minute, I'm gonna probably sit down with you guys because I just kind of want this. Like, the door is closed. The sign is off. Doors are locked. Nobody drove through the bar yet. Oh, now that I've said it, knock on wood. Now that I've said it, I'm kind of worried. I was listening to this podcast with Tim Ferriss, and he was interviewing a novelist. And he asked the novelist one of the kind of more standard questions. They were kind of warming up, but like, what got you into writing, or why did you become a writer? The typical kind of interview question. And the novelist's reply stuck with me. I heard this in 2021, and I'll never forget this. This will stay with me till the day I die. He replied, well, you see, Tim, I'm from Tennessee, and my mentor told me that being from Tennessee, I had two options. I could either become a preacher or I could become a storyteller. And he said to this novelist, but for God's sakes, don't become a preacher. The world's got enough preachers. Become a storyteller. And so the guy became a novelist, and that always stuck with me. And the only difference really between a preacher and a storyteller is consent, the way I think about it. So my job is to create stories, real and imagined, and entertain. And that's what I'd like to do for you folks. We went live with no anticipation, no pre-launch, nothing. And there's people here. And I'm so grateful, because if I put everyone watching this stream right now into the room that I'm standing in, and one day, if you guys want, we'll do like a behind the scenes of where I film. But let's just say this space, I try my best to make it look a lot different for you here than I see out here. And for the behind the scenes stuff, I'll throw up my socials onto the stream later, because I have it all set up. Space would be proud of me. I have like different scenes, and I've got like this cool social media thing. You want me to do it? I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go push the button. Push the button. Look, and I can still talk to you. Look at this scene I made. Whoa. Isn't that cool? It's got like all the different like little things happening here. It's not perfect, but it's something. It's like way out of whack. The timing's all off. But hey, it's fine. It's fine. I did stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna post the behind the scenes of on Instagram. But I think that's that. So I wanted to come out here, break the ice, as it were, get over that hump, that fear of like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't want to live stream, because in all honesty, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. This little thing that started kind of as a joke. I was making magic content, but I knew like from pretty early on that to come back to the very, very beginning of this live stream, puzzles, tricks, magic moments. The camera wasn't enough for me to create magic moments. And I think on my YouTube, if you go into like my oldest videos, I had this like little series I did called But Anyway, because I had this verbal tick that to this day I still do. And by tick, I just mean like a mannerism where I would say some long-winded story and then I would go, but anyway, and then just like go back to like regular conversation. So I had this little series called But Anyway, and I did 2 episodes, and it was like vlog style, but because I didn't get as many views as I thought I needed, and I was thinking that vanity metrics mattered, I just stopped. And it's one of my biggest regrets, but I don't live with regrets, and I'm not a regretful person. So what I will say is, I'm here in front of you now. It took me some time to figure out what the heck it is that I was doing, but I think we found a path. And it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. Francois rides motorcycles. I ride motorcycles. In fact, his hat is right there. He's not here. I don't know. I think he ran out. I think he might have went out for a smoke. I don't smoke. He might. I don't know. He might still smoke. I feel like Francois, like, I don't know. He hides it because he gets embarrassed about it because he doesn't like talking about it. So to answer your question, I just saw it. Yeah, you can smoke here. I don't care. The doors are locked. I don't do whatever you want. Obviously, be safe, but do whatever you want. I don't care. Yeah, his hat. I'm gonna go steal it for a second. But this has been in every little skit that we've done. There is a Port Dover pin. It's a Friday the 13th pin, which is like a local, really popular spot in Southern Ontario where in the height of summer, there will be thousands on thousands of bikers that gather at Port Dover. Port Dover is the name of the town, and it's this cool water side, like it's right on the water, little beach town. And every Friday the 13th, bikers assemble. What is it? Transformers. I'm so bad at pop culture references. What is it? Transformers assemble? Is that what it is? Whatever. Correct me in the chat. I don't know. I spent my entire childhood listening to classical music and getting good at weird skills. There's a... This is a 36-inch wheel unicycle. I rode this to New York City when I was 18. Just weird stuff. How do you get off this thing? Oh my God, oh my God. If I die right now, that would be the most satisfying end to a career in performance I've ever had. I don't know how to dismount this in such tight quarters. I've never rode this behind the bar. I'm gonna try and get off of it and not hurt myself or break any bottles, because Lord knows, oh my God, this might be, okay. I'm usually like not bad at this, but going on like sleep deprivation is like, okay, scary. If I suck at references, this is why, okay? I ride this. I literally ride it daily in the summer, sometimes once every couple of days, every 3 days, maybe once weekly, but usually it's daily. So please help me with the references, okay? Because I suck. Like I did a thing with Francois and one of our regulars, and in the title somewhere I used BYOB, and like I've heard of System of a Down, but then all these people in the comments started going off about how they thought it was about a System of a Down song, which is I think the only reason. My hands are filthy from that tire. The only reason that the video might have had as much success as it did. Not really the only reason. Hopefully it was, a decent video, but I had no idea that was a System of a Down song. I'm really sorry, System of a Down. I genuinely do like your music. I'm just not an album person. I'm not like, I can name every song from every band, because I have other things going on, Like I like to know how to ride a unicycle. So if I ever fail at pop culture references, Avengers roll out, is that it? Anyways. So, the motorcycle thing was, here's some thoughts, okay? Go with me on this, because you all, or if we were down in Texas, if Frank was here, y'all, Frank, what a guy. I hope he comes back soon. I miss that guy. If y'all want, you're going to help me decide the future of this channel right now, right here, right now. I love shorts. Let's push out the mold into this widescreen format, because I love the widescreen. Let's do more long form videos. I think doing adventures where coming into work every day, I'm still going to be at the bar. I would love to have these regularly, these little sessions where you guys can come in. Let's do them consistently. In the comments, and I will read all of these. I'm going to pause and go back and analyze all these comments. So in the comments, let me know what day and what time you guys want to show up and have these. I'm thinking we start with just once a week for now, because that's like really easy for me to commit to. But whether it's Friday night, whether it's Saturday night, whether it's a little bit earlier, this is like a crazy late one, because I was playing with OBS to try and make this work. But I would love to know if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, if I should show up and do more of these, if I should just stay in shorts, or if you want me to just start throwing more content at you. I have a funny feeling, and I was talking to my friend and my dear friend, I almost said my friend and my dear producer. My dear friend and my producer is Space about this. His name is Space? Yeah, like Space. It's pretty cool. Do we start a separate channel and then have like moto vlog footage? Because Lord knows the last thing YouTube needs is another motorcycle vlogger. Do we do a channel that's like strictly for the magic, and then and it's like, it's too much. I'm trying to understand my audience here. I'm going to be very honest with you. The core audience, people like yourselves who are here, some of you that have been here since the beginning and have stayed with me while I dredge through the inconsistency of technological unremarkability, i.e. Francois messing with me. Those of you who are actively engaged, telling me what time it is, what you're up to, dropping comments, listening and replying. That core community, that's what this is all about. That's what YouTube should be about. It's not about an algorithm. It's not. It's about an audience. And so thanks for being here. I'm not going anywhere. It sounds like I'm ending the video. I'm not yet. But let me know what you want, and I will do more of it. And if you have particular interests or questions, I will start answering them. I'm in this strange position because I don't bartend anymore. Outside of this lovely status quo lounge that we created together, I don't bartend in the regular sense, meaning I was able to leave that job, and I'm an entrepreneur. So what you're looking at is one of my full-time incomes, and I guess full-time jobs. And right now it's more than full-time. I mean, it's 5 in the morning. I slept 4 hours last night, and so I'm a little bit delirious right now, so forgive me. This live is going to be very interesting to watch back, but that's one of my things. And then my other thing is I got into a property, and I started a short-term rental business back in 2020, the end of 2020. Took a little bit of a pause from it for the last like 6 to 8 months, but just kind of pivoted back into the short-term rental space. And so I go from having this wonderful opportunity to be creative and meet people from all over the world, and I'll go out and do stuff, and people will say, like, you're that guy that does those bar videos. And I'm humbled by that so much. It happened so many times now, and this isn't a braggadocious thing. It's more of just like a general like awe thing that we doubt as creatives, and as people, we tend to have a lot of self-doubt, and I certainly do. My self-doubt comes in the form of procrastination, self-sabotage, paralysis by analysis, also known as information constipation, and I'm working tirelessly to get over that. And this was one of the things that I needed to do to get over that hump. That I don't know, if it's a trauma response, or if it's just laziness, or if it's a lack of confidence. I think the lack of confidence comes from the lack of preparation, but also you can prepare as much as you want. I sat down to my main computer in the back office here at the bar probably 6 hours ago. What time is it now? 5 a.m. Yeah, I probably sat down at 10:30 or 11. So yeah, six hours, and I prepared. I tried my best to prepare, and now 4:15 a.m. hit, and at 4:12 I set the countdown timer in the OBS studio to 3 minutes, just to start rolling. I think it's at 3 minutes or whatever, but I think doing the thing is how we have the power. And so I'm happy to be your barman, and I invite you into the world of the barman. Welcome to the bar. The bar is very ironically named Status Quo because my entire life I've always tried to do the exact opposite of maintaining the status quo. Amongst my close friends, I'm known as the pirate. Some people know me as the magician or magic man. My little sister started calling me Kazam when we were about 13 or 14, maybe even younger. And so my friends and my family call me Kaz or Kazam. You can call me whatever you want. But this was a very long introduction video. My trusted companions, my 52 pasteboard friends, my friends here, the Kazam Krew, thank you for being on this journey. And I'm not signing off. I'm not going to leave. I want to address some questions in the chat. I'm going to go get Francois because we posted a short, I was going to say earlier today, but I guess now it's yesterday because it's almost been 24 hours, even though it's been the same day. Bar life, industry life, you know how it is, right? Until you sleep, it's still yesterday. It's still today. We posted a short, and it was all about being on time, and that was something I wanted to talk about. I recently noticed that Francois was coming in late often, And so I kind of called him out on it, but I'm gonna go see if he can show you guys a bar bet, because earlier in the stream we were talking about proposition bets, and I wanted him to show you one that kind of ties into the recent short. But if you haven't seen the short, please go check it out. It helps me out always. Just getting your feedback, you watching stuff, engaging with it, it lets me know that this is all worth it. One of those little short videos, I'm getting better, but it still takes me like 6 to 8 hours, because like I do put a lot of work into them, and like between just writing the scripts and doing some of the character stuff and just the editing, I'm not a very strong editor when it comes to speed, so they take me a while, and it's so silly. It's like a minute video, but like, you know, it's like a full workday for one video. So definitely just let me know like what you want to see more of, and what you want. And this isn't me complaining. I'm giving you the scope of the work, because right now it's Team Kazam, and the team is small right now, but we'll start to grow it. I recently had Curly come on as an editor to help me out, and there was a chunk there where we were doing a video a day every day. I think it was in March. We started like mid-March, and we were just banging out a daily short, just boom, 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 boom. So there was a little bit of a spike in the content creation. I want to get back to that point where I'm doing at least one a day, but it's tough for me, because sometimes I just hit that burnout on the creative side of even just the writing. So I need to just practice that and stay in it. And I consider myself an amateur at all of this. So thank you for being here as I learn and grow. Yeah, turns out Francois got a secondary gig for a watch repair store. So I thought it would be kind of apropos to show you a proposition bet that you can mess with people at a bar with. It's kind of like a prop bet, but also a magic trick. It doubles as both. So I'm gonna go see if I can find him. But I'm gonna come back. Francois, wait. Do you mind coming and doing that little prop bet we talked about for these guys? I know that you're probably busy, but there's no place to buy mint at this time of the morning, man. What are you doing, anyways? I'm filling up the water cooler. Okay, whatever. Okay, he's filling up the water cooler. I'm gonna go get Francois. I'm like, I'm delirious right now. Hopefully he's awake. What are you doing, man? I just told you. Huh? Oh, okay. And you just, that's how you... Ben voyons donc. Yeah, no, it's fine. That looks right. And then the air pocket comes out through here. Yeah, so, yeah, because that's why they make that gurgle, gurgle sound. The gurgle, gurgle. Okay, can you just, yeah, it's fine. Just leave that. Yeah, there's people waiting, and they're really nice, and like they're saying kind things. Okay, just leave that. Yeah, and just, can you, yeah, just, it's fine. You don't have to tie your bow tie, man. But I want to tie it. Just go. Oh, bonjour. There's so many people, huh? I'm going to read some of these comments, huh? Now maybe you will. The barman is. You know, it's funny. I don't know his name. In every shift we do, it's like he never actually mentions his name, huh? It's kind of tricky. But anyway, so he asked me to do a proposition bet, or like a comment on dit, like a magic trick for you based on the recent short. So I think, comment on dit, I will perform the bet first, the truc, and after this I will explain it. Yes? Okay. For this you need a pen, a stylo, for my French francophone friends. And you bet someone that you can use static electricity from the bar or your hair to make the the pen stick to your hand. Your, comment on dit? Hand. La main, yeah, hand. So you can rub over here on your hat and chapeau, and you bet them that you can make a stick like this without glue to your hand. Stick so hard that you can shake your hand vigorously. I gotta be careful when I do this, huh? Because on YouTube they will give us a copyright strike. It's okay. I won't do it again because it looks funny. It looks good. Okay, you shake the hand vigorously, and the stylo won't fall off. The pen won't fall off. And people they can examine your hands. They can look. They can see. Do you have glue? Do you have some kind of adhesive or anything like that? You know, no. And they can examine this. You can borrow the stylo. It doesn't matter. And you bet them that you can shake vigorously your hand, and the pen won't fall. It sticks. Now the reason is it's so simple, but don't discount the simplicity for the effect, because obviously don't show them this, huh? But if you take a pencil or another pen and you stick it under your watch, you need to wear a watch. So if you wear a watch, it's perfect. You have this wonderful moment where they don't see this, because you keep your hand like this. You keep your hand to the back, and I'm just relaxing the pen, and it just stays there. I just if the audience is over here, I just relax, and it just stays, and you can shake vigorously. And from this side, it's a really cool illusion, because you can just pull it this way or even this way, and right away you can hand that to them. Being careful not to show them this, obviously, but you can hand that like this, or you can hand it like this. Being careful not to show underneath here. Hand them this, and when they're looking at the pen trying to figure it out, you relax your hands, you relax, and you just pull out, boop. You drop it on your lap, or you put it in your pocket, or if you're sitting in a restaurant, it works really well. But this is a little proposition bet, kind of mixed with a magic trick that ties into the short that we just made. I hope you like it. I need to go figure out this water cooler, because en effet, I think he's trying to reconnect it, but you need to put the whole thing vertical, because if it's even slightly on an angle, it will drizzle at the side. Yeah, I know, but like, how do you get it to go upright straight? You just have to tilt it up hard, push hard. One sec. You need to push it hard, tilt it hard up, like this. Wait, it's good. Okay, man, I'm gonna let you do it, because I don't know how to do it. Yeah, it's okay. I got it. No problem. You go entertain the masses. Okay. You sure? Wait. Vas-y. Okay. Whew. Crazy. I don't even understand. Did you? A little joker. Did you? He's been working on stealing watches. He stole someone's watch at the bar the other day. It was really impressive. But he just put a watch on. I've heard of people stealing watches. I didn't realize you could put watches on. Can you do that thing? Oh man, I love when like the watch stealing thing is so cool. Like, can you do that thing where you just take the watch off like fast off my wrist, like the yeah. That's cool. That's awesome, man. Crazy. He just put it on my wrist too. That's nuts. Anyway, thanks, buddy. Pas de problème. Huh. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even feel him do that. Wild. So there you go. There's a little prop bet, little magic trick that you can do for people if you wear a watch. And if you don't just start wearing one and then like do a thing, because people will be like, why are you wearing that watch? And then it gets all suspicious. But if you do wear like jewelry that's tight enough to pull that off, it's like a simple magic trick. Every magic trick is simple. but I think the ingenuity lies in the simplicity. I'm going to hit some Q&A in the chats. I know there was more. I have I hope you can see this. I don't have a monitor, but there's a unicycle tire track. A unicycle tire track on this fine piece of paper that had my notes for the live stream. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just rewind to probably about to the midway point of this video where a 36-inch wheel unicycle came into play, because that happened. Explain the idea of starting a motorcycle vlog and why you think it would be exciting. We covered that. Let me know. Should we do some motorcycle vlog stuff? I think that'd be really cool. Like my ride into work every day? Question mark. Random adventures? Might be kind of neat. Let me know your thoughts if you'd be interested in something like that. Just funny commentary and life thoughts. Kind of something like this. It probably wouldn't be live. It would just be recorded in the moment. But I probably wouldn't edit too much. And I'd try to be interesting and funny. Hopefully at least one of those two things. Maybe educational and funny. Hopefully both at the same time. Whew! Whew! Wow! Introduce a simple magic trick that viewers can learn to perform themselves. Yeah, we did that. We did that. We did all of this. Great. And being on time is a skill. So I was watching a video from the Hormozis, Alex and Layla Hormozi. If you are at all interested in entrepreneurship, highly recommend checking out their content. Alex and Layla are such a cool power couple, and they make content all about businesses and growing businesses and all that stuff. Anyways, without going too deep into that rabbit hole, Layla shared this great little reel, I think I saw it on Instagram, about being on time is a skill. And I realized that I'm usually on pirate time. And what I mean by that is that the Greeks had 3 different gods for time. They had Chronos, Kairos, and Aeon. Chronos, chronology, chronological order. It's like the relentless march towards the inevitable end. You're born, you live, you die. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Not the app, like a clock, like a watch. Chronos. That was the one god. Very, very lateral, very like lots of direction, very focused, very stringent, very good for deadlines, for kind of, you know, the birth of an idea, the execution of an idea, the death of an idea. It's just all very linear. Then there was Kairos. I'm not getting into Aeon today because as you can tell by my speaking today, I don't think I have the brain capacity. But Kairos was an interesting god, an interesting way to perceive time. And Kairos was serendipitous time. It was the time between time. And so I exist in Kairos. I'm always in Kairos time. And I've realized that I must get better at respecting Chronos. Chronos being the idea that I need to be able to plan for the future. I need to be able to understand that I can better serve my audience, wonderful people like you, by becoming better at Chronos time, at being better with deadlines, being better at keeping myself accountable with the tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, because I tend to just kind of flow and fly and swagger through life like the humble pirate that I am. But Chronos has a worthiness to it. And the last short was explaining to Francois that sometimes it's good to be on time, because otherwise consequences come. And so the video from Layla, I really like the reframe she provided, which was being on time is a skill. Some people have the skill and some people don't. And so next time, if you're one of those people that's like very organized and very Chronos in their time, and you meet someone like me who's just very Kairos, don't be stressed or annoyed or upset. It's never anything personal. It's usually just because we haven't taken the time to develop the skill. And so we're in Kairos time. But I'm getting better at Chronos, and I've noticed that in my life, when there are things that I'm really excited for and that mean a lot to me personally and that will help my development and my growth, and when I make that silent commitment with myself, when I deeply, unconsciously know that that thing that I'm going to do is going to grow the entire tree, the entire planet, the entire world that I'm trying to create, I'm always good at Chronos and respecting timelines. So just something to think about, take away from this weird little hour and 3 minutes we've spent together. I'm going to jump in to do some Q&A. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what kind of content you want to see. Let's break it down to 3 things. What day and time would you care to show up to do more of these? Number 2, more of these lives. So what day and time, if you can, if you don't know what the time is in Eastern Standard Time, can you just drop your time zone in your reply? So if you're saying 10 a.m., just let me know that that's 10 a.m., whatever your local time zone is. So if you're in Europe, let me know. If you're, GMT, Pacific Central, whatever. I'm over-explaining things because I'm just kind of not here right now. I should be asleep, so forgive me. Number 2 is, it's so funny. I was like, I need to grab water before I start this because dehydration leads to brain farts. It's a thing. I'm testing the reality and proving the reality of that fact. If you're ever stuck, drink some water. I don't have any water here, and I don't want to leave camera again because you've been way too kind with your patience for me today. But what day and time for the live streams? Once a week. I might make a Google form, so keep an eye out on the community tabs, but I'd rather just read your comments. Just get a basic feel. Drop that for me, which you're already doing, so thank you. Someone just said they thoroughly enjoy motorcycle vlogs, so let's tie that right into the next question, which is what kind of content would you enjoy? I'm definitely going to keep making these bartender like comedic shorts. I think the channel is meant to be comedic. Like this whole thing, like, let's not take ourselves too seriously. You know what I mean? There's an empty bottle of Ray and Nephew that I flip and I twirl and I stall and I do things with. I'm like no flair bartender, but it's sitting here beside a glass that I was polishing earlier on, beside a unicycle that I was riding earlier on. There is no reason to take ourselves too seriously. So I'm thinking, okay, it's an entertainment channel. It's a variety channel. Great. But every single time I go into this like rabbit hole of researching YouTube tools, tricks, and techniques to grow, it's always like, double down on your niche. Get consistent in your niche. Niche. And like, I'm pretty sure in French, niche means nest. Don't quote me on that. But if someone wants to check that real quick, let me know. Like, what's your nest? Like, every time I hear, like, oh, what's your niche? Like, I don't know. Like, my niche is me. It's the fact that it's me and Francois and Frank and Eric and Mercedes and Status Quo and, like, weird fire-breathing stuff and unicycles and motorcycles and cool people and just fun. Fun. I think I just answered my own question. But let me know what kind of content you want to see. And if you have specific questions about bartending, or if some of you want to become bartenders, that career path served me for years and years and years, and it was amazing. So if I can help any of you go down a road that will serve you and help you, bartending is one of those weird things where you don't need any official training or degrees. At least in Ontario, I'll say any official training, minus like maybe the smart serve, which is like our, don't even get me started, but it's basically like the government's way of trying to enable people to serve alcohol in a smarter and more responsible way, and for the most part it works on paper. It's kind of like communism. Smart serve is kind of like communism. That's my hot take. It's a great idea on paper. bartending is one of those, and serving is one of those weird jobs that you don't need any official training or degrees for, that you can comfortably start earning a wage that is not only livable, but can allow you room to save, to invest, to plan for a future, etc. And so if I can help any one of you take on that path or that challenge, and you make even a slight career out of it or a few years out of it, it's one of those beautiful. I think it was Dale DeGroff that said, he was like a legend bartender. Might have been Gaz Riemann. Bartending is one of those careers that can give you absolutely everything, but it can also rip everything away. If I can help you with the first part and help you avoid the second part, cheers, salut, szlancie, na zdrowie, bonne santé, gambé. I'm gonna stop. Prost! Okay, I'm done. That's question number 2. So what kind of content? Whether it's, or maybe you just want to make cocktails at home. Whatever. Fun fact for you, I don't drink right now. I'm not one of those people that's like, I've been sober for this many years. No, I'm just not drinking right now. It's been a while, but it's like a health thing, mental and physical. Love talking about it. I will always love, my dad was a chemical engineer and a radio jockey. I think thus the voice, but also my obsession with like alchemy and chemistry and magic. You're listening to 102.1 The Edge. I never met my dad, so I think, we can dive into that in a future video. But I think that mystery is what kind of created that little spark of curiosity for why I became who I became and why I'm obsessed with the things I'm obsessed with. But just because I may not indulge with you all, I'm more than happy to talk about, mix up, concoct for us. Why not? And low-key, that kind of ties into like a not long life, but like, or long life, yes, a long life goal. A lifelong goal. 1, 2, 3. So what kind of content? The shorts, I think the shorts will keep comedic and fun. The long form, I'll definitely want to play around with like longer form skits, and would love to introduce like some educational stuff, some like deeper content too, like still fun and like light, but maybe with a serious undertone and some more like gravitas. Good word, gravitas. And then number 3, questions and answers. I'm going to dedicate another 5 minutes to this live because I've gone on far too long, but I appreciate you being here, genuinely. And let's do it again. This was fun. It's crazy not having like vocal reactions. Like I'm so used to the crowd with like either applause or like shouting things out, or hecklers like doing stand-up or magic or whatever. But yeah, whatever you'd like. And I'm gonna jump into the comments right now. I'm going to quickly go into my little app. I use this app for productivity called TickTick, and I love it. Oh my god, I wish I was sponsored by them. Maybe I should reach out to these guys. It's like so cool. They have like an Eisenhower matrix capability. I'll get into this in another video if you want. I gotta make a video about it some other time. I'm just like nerding out about my app. But here we go. Okay. Whoop. Content. Here we are. Refreshing. And where are we here? Space. I need ya. My producer, Space. He is not with me today. He will be soon. He will keep me organized. Okay, here we go. Tick, tick, with a list of stuff. Just making sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, so question and answers, tease upcoming videos. Yeah, so I did a motorcycle vlog test today with this like little cheapy Walmart camera I had, but like tomorrow I'm just going to go to the store and see and actually pick up like a GoPro and like an Insta 360 and like playing around with it and like decide on, do I need this, or like what are we doing here? I have a drone. I've got this funky little thing. I shoot all of my videos with this, by the way. So if any of you are debating creating content and you just haven't yet, please just start. The device that you need to do it sits in your pocket daily. That's it. So questions and answers. I'm going to stop talking soon enough. I'm going to jump over there. I have this great outro song that my producer Space told me about, this AI website that generates sound. So every sound and music thing that you'll hear on our live streams is going to be probably either a local artist, friend, musician, or AI. And right now it's AI just because the speed with which the ideas are happening here and I want to execute, just start going through. But I will always disclose what is local artist and what is AI. But the stuff that you'll hear tonight is AI. I'm going to play a little outro song, and I'm going to riff to just some of the comments as I read them back while the song plays. But there we go. So, what day and time, what kind of content, and question and answers. So, also, Gniewko Kozłowski. Cool name. I hope I didn't just swear. I don't think I did. That's just your name. That's a cool freaking name. I dig it. Thank you for being so attentive and like interacting so much today. You like status quo as the bar name, so I appreciate that. So good. Was the solar eclipse video awkward to make? Yeah, it was. And you know what? Good catch, because my friend Kyle actually called me out on it, and he's like, dude, it's like with editing, we probably could have made that video funnier. Kyle's like a master producer and editor and just brilliant technical genius. Kyle's been a lighting and sound tech, like an AV technician for live theater and live shows for over a decade now. And long standing, long-term friend. He's actually editing and putting together a project that we filmed back in December. It was called The Magic of Christmas, and it was at a local brewery in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And Kyle's putting together almost like a mini doc using footage from the show that was live in front of an audience, mixed with B-roll, mixed with interview content that we shot, and I'm really hyped about it. Anyway, Kyle told me about the Eclipse video. He's like, we could have made that a lot punchier and a lot funnier with editing, but it came off as kind of annoying and not your brand. And I was like, damn. Like, you know, you have those people around you that are like, oh yeah, that was great, that was awesome. Like those friends are really important. You know, those friends are great. People that are supportive and positive are always welcome. There is a very few, can count them on less than the fingers of this hand, amount of people that I trust with their opinions when it comes to my work. My work being anything like this, anything creative. I would say even my business, my other business. And Kyle is one of them. And he was right. So I think the awkwardness came from the very concept was kind of abasing. It was like me making fun of American tourists. I mean, sometimes tourists in Niagara Falls, I'm in Niagara Falls, Ontario most of the time, unless I'm not, in which case I'm wherever I am and not in Niagara Falls. But sometimes the tourists get really annoying. So I think it was part like trying to satirize and make satire about it. But even with the bar stuff, like a lot of it started as satire. It was meant to just be like, haha, this is funny because this happens and it's true. And people started getting like really upset and really offended, which is great, because I think more of us could use moments to be upset and offended. I always ask myself, if I get upset or offended, like why? Why did I just get upset or offended? And it causes me to have a deeper conversation with myself, and then usually I learn something about myself. And if I don't learn anything, I can just write off whatever upset or offended me and go, wow, I really disagree with that person's views, opinions, methodologies, philosophy, whatever. I'm just not going to interact or engage with them anymore because I find that to be either offensive or whatever for whatever reason. But the reality is, like, man, we live in a time now where like everyone's like cancel culture. Like, okay, cool. Like, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Uh, some of us get caught. Others don't. That's the only difference. So we can all come on here and posture and pretend, right? But like, we're not perfect. And I think my mission and my ideal way to make content is stuff that inspires others, lifts others up, brings everyone up, and is positive. And satire is powerful, but I need to be careful with like, I think there's a line there. So it was awkward, but I think it was awkward because it didn't align with my vision for this universe, this like Kazam universe, this status quo, as it were. But also awkward because I freaking hate talking to cops. If I'm being dead honest, I can't stand police officers for multiple reasons. I respect them as individuals. I have a problem with them as an entity more often than not. So I think there was some awkwardness there because, like, I'm clearly having fun. It was hours after the eclipse. We're just kind of taking the piss out of it. There was a state of emergency. It was like, Niagara Falls is calling for over 1 million visitors. Like it was like stock up on toilet paper all over again. It was like road closures and like rolling the tanks and all this like hype, and it created a dramatic like spike in tourism. But on the day of, I was kind of taken aback by some of my interactions with cops, and that was awkward because like I don't know. Just people that take themselves too seriously, especially when they're tulip cops, like the local provincial like park cops. I'm like, bro, like you were in a city that deals with people that are not from this land. Like, just have some empathy. And then if you see someone that's clearly a clown, right, like clown school graduate, just laugh, you know. And there was a couple individuals, like I can't say that about all of them because again, as individuals, there was a couple, and one of them made it into the final cut where, it was like hook, line, and sinker. He was just answering my questions as though I was completely serious, and I was playing it kind of straight, even though I was playing goofy, and it was just so weird, but. Yeah, awkward. Sorry for going off about the police. I mean, no disrespect to any of you if you guys are actually cops. Again, as individuals, no problems. But whatever. Guess we discovered something about myself today. I like these lives. We can dive into stuff that actually matters. Imagine I just lost all my viewers. It'd be great. Kidding. I don't want to lose you. I love you. Thanks for being here. I'm so weird. I'm delirious. Stopping by to say I love your content and your vibe. Umbreon Untamed. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Be what you are, do what you do. You have enough charisma to keep us here, whatever you talk about. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. And what else? Bartender stories are my favorite. I can send you mine as they come in. I manage a movie theater with a huge bar. Kickstart Films. Let's go. Get me on Instagram or email me. I don't even know what my email is right now, but it's probably like alex@thekazam.com. I'll just, you know what? Why don't we just use like, why don't we just make it like bar stories at thekazam.com. Just send it there. It'll work. It'll be fine. Bar stories at thekazam.com. Send it to me. I would love that. Send me as many as you want because I will make riffs on it. We'll make shorts out of it. It'll be great. Sundays I can do nighttime best 4 p.m. Eastern, like 1 to 2 p.m. Arizona time. Okay, so like Sunday evenings, that'll be a lot better for my sleep health. Bar etiquette, cool. Wholesome customers, ever seen a date go amazing, such horrifying. And long skates can also break down into shorts to release slowly and then as a compilation. Great points. You guys are making some great points. I'm gonna go through these like more. Cool. Secretly a cop. Love that. Okay. You know what? I'm going to take all of this into account. I appreciate you being here, and thanks for watching. This was fun and ridiculous, and we'll do it more often. I'm going to go drink some water and then leave. I think Ralph's already left. I think he left through the back door. I'm gonna go to the front door. I'm gonna lock up, make sure I lock up, because last time I forgot and I left the door open, which is why most of these liquor bottles are now empty. It is what it is. I'm gonna play this outro song to be all professional. The lyrics are great. Play an outro song, and I'll probably leave my microphone on while the outro plays. I'm bidding you a wonderful night. Stay magical. Thanks for being here, guys. You rock. I seriously appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Cueing the outro music. Whoop whoop. Let's go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, I even forgot I made the little, oh, that's cool. I made it so that you can see me in the outro here, like that, huh? I can say bye. Isn't that neat? I made all this with like a lot of AI help and Photoshop. I kind of like it. But if you listen to this song, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you can hear it. I think you can hear it. I have the monitor turned off in my office, but I think you'll be able to hear it. Okay, I'm leaving for real. Thanks for watching. The bar is closed. Did I point to the right side? I don't know. We'll find out later. Okay, see you guys. Alex Kazam brought the fun tonight. Space made sure the show ran smooth at the status quo where we find our groove. We laughed, we shared, we shook and stirred in a bar where the absurds prefer. Thanks for tuning in, you know the score. We'll catch you next time for stories and more. From the status quo where the magic flows to all our viewers, you're the stars of the show. With Alex Kazam and Space's Grace, we bid you farewell with a smile on your face. And to answer that, it's barstories at thekazam.com. So TheKazam.com. Barstories at thekazam.com. We'll catch you next reply for stories and more. Good night, everyone. See you next time at the status quo, and remember the real magic's in you. All right. Thanks for being here, guys. Bar stories at thekazam.com. I'll drop it in the comments right now. Bar stories. Yeah, send that to me there. That'll be great. Amazing. All right. Good night, my friends.